This is the information sheet that comes with my birth control, and for my next big project, I'm crocheting it word for word. This project has been a lot more difficult than I anticipated. My first sample was actually this long strip. I use it as a scarf Over the summer, I got this much progress done. I decided to abandon it because I didn't properly change hook sizes, so it sags in areas where I use different stitches. Plus, I'm not the biggest acrylic fan, so I decided to restart it with wool. To help organize my time better and prevent burnout from working on such a huge project, I've been working on it for 1 week every month. Basically, what I'm saying is that I work on it while I'm on my period. Organizing my time like this has actually helped a lot. I keep physical records of everything in my sketchbook. I do all the math and planning by hand. This just keeps me a lot more motivated to work on it. What I'm holding right now is what I got done during my first period of 2025. It's a lot less than I had anticipated, but it's a good start. I'll update in another month. I also thought it would be fun to keep track of how much yarn I used. So far, I've used 7 balls of white and 2 balls of red. This is the second update of my birth control tapestry. For this project, I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet word for word, and I'm working on it while I'm on my period. So 1 week a month. I received so much love for part 1, and I just wanted to say thank you. I really appreciate that you guys get me. I also saw a lot of comments mentioning they're also on Evra, and I love it. Evra is the name of this birth control. It has other names too. It's more commonly known as the patch. It's reassuring to hear others have positive experiences, because I've also had nothing but positive experiences on this drug, but it wasn't always like that. Originally, I started on the pill when I was 18, and that didn't really go well. It just wasn't right for me, and it was really hard to take a pill the same time every day. I lived in a dorm at the time, so I booked an appointment with the doctor at the university I was living at, and that was the first time I saw a female doctor. She put me on Evra, and I've been on it for 5 years. It's honestly been pretty life-changing. It's the first time I've had a consistent and manageable period. For those who aren't familiar, it's a patch that goes on your skin and you change it once a week. I had no idea this form of birth control existed, so I'm really glad the resources were accessible to me, so I was able to try it. I understand a lot of people have had negative experiences on birth control, and I could definitely relate at first. It was rough, but I think it's so essential it's accessible for people who want it. I really can't imagine myself without it, so this piece is a tribute to that. I didn't get as much done as I wanted this week, to be honest. I was sick as a dog and I didn't work on it for 2 days. I literally couldn't, unfortunately, but that's alright. Anyways, as for how much yarn I've used, 14 balls of white and 6 balls of red. See you next month! I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet word for word, and I'm working on it while I'm on my period. This is the 3rd update, and I know it's very late. So this month I was actually out of town during the week I was working on it, and I was in Toronto, so I worked on it while I was on the train, and I started a new section so it was easier to travel with. A few people asked me how I'm able to afford making this, and yarn is expensive, and since I'm working with wool that's even more pricey, the knitpicksandcrochet.com team have graciously offered to gift me this specific yarn I'm using every month. So I'm able to make it, and I feel so lucky they want to help out young artists like me that primarily use craft practices while pursuing a career in the arts. I'm not required to post this or advertise them in exchange for yarn. They literally told me they have no problems gifting me the yarn for this project, and if I never post about it, that's more than okay with them. But I just wanted to mention it at some point because I really appreciate it, and it's cool to work with a craft company that really values art, like on another level. Their goal is just to support artists that want to make cool stuff out of yarn. If you just think about how much yarn I'm going through per month and how much that would cost me, you would know why I'm so thrilled to work with a company this cool and generous. The yarn I'm using is Wool of the Andes bulky, and in total for this entire project, I have used 7 balls of red and 17 balls of white so far. I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet, and this is update number 4. I also filmed a YouTube tutorial on how to crochet the lettering I use, so if you want to create your own text, that resource is available. In this clip, I'm holding up the second half, which is almost the size of the first half. I've been making them separately because they just become too big after a while. This is actually a big update because I'm about 1/10 my way finished the project. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually is when you think about it. I just have to do the same amount of work 9 more times, and I'm all finished. I laid both panels out and I measured it, and it's almost 10 feet long, which is a huge achievement. I haven't lost my motivation or gotten bored yet because I designate the week I'm on my period every month to work on it. Structuring my life like this has kept me engaged enough to keep doing this, but at the same time, it's also helped me manage my stress. I know that once a week every month, I'm not doing any other projects. Just knowing I have this to look forward to has really helped me manage and structure my life. Also, this is the yarn count and how many hanks I've used so far. I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet, and this is update number 5. I'm about a month late posting this because I haven't been editing or uploading anything right now. I've been going through some life changes, and at the end of the day, posting online wasn't my priority. So I'm sorry for going missing for a bit, but from now on, I should be back on schedule. I did get a bit done. Also unrelated, we adopted a dog, and his name is Rugby, and he's an 8-year-old red heeler. More on that in another video, but I'm still having fun working on this project, and I haven't lost motivation yet. I wanted to see how long it would take for me to do 1 line of text. In total, it's 5 rows of switching back and forth from red and white, and then the 6th row is just a white row to separate it. It was about 45 minutes for 1 line of text, which is honestly not that bad. I also recorded the time it took for each row. Really interesting stuff. Also, this is the yarn count and how many hanks I've used so far. I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet, and this is update number 6, which means I am half a year into this project. Wow! out. I honestly don't have much to share that's new. Don't worry, I washed my hands after eating that. I didn't want to stain my tapestry all orange. Anyways, I've been really slowing down and I think that's okay. I've been working on this big paragraph, but I'm almost done that, and after that paragraph is a graph, which I'm really excited to work on because that's something new I get to construct. Here's what it looks like laid out. I haven't figured out how I'll be attaching it. This panel I'm working on turned out really long, so I think from now on I'll be making shorter pieces so I can stay flexible when connecting them. Yes, it's going to be absolutely huge and I will need a massive space to display it. As for the yarn count, I've used 25 balls of white and 11 balls of red. I will see you guys in a month for the next update. I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet word for word, and this is the part 7 update. Part 6 went very viral and the amount of hateful messages I've received has genuinely been overwhelming, which is why I took a break from making content the past month. This series has been so well received for the first 5 parts, but once a video goes viral, it's bound to land on the feeds of right-wingers who use the comment section as a punching bag. I'm not here to perpetuate the demonization of birth control. The point of this project is to highlight the beauty that birth control gives women, even if it's not perfect. Right now, it's so important we recognize reproductive rights and what that means. Despite the possible issues, the birth control pill is considered the most important scientific advance of the 20th century, and I believe it should be accessible to anyone who wants it. I've talked about myself being on birth control and I love it. I've had bad experiences and good experiences, but everyone's experience is different. I have made a webpage for this project linked in my bio where you can find articles and videos about the history and influence of birth control. I also want to add that every medication comes with a massive pamphlet with side effects. I chose this one because it's relevant to my life. Anyways, I worked so much this week that I started a new panel and I completely ran out of yarn. Here's how much yarn I've used so far. I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet word for word, and this is the part 8 update. I wanted to show you the panels I've made so far. This is the first one. The biggest one is the second one. I have to stand on the couch because it's so long. And this is the third one. I'm currently working on this one. This is them all laid out. I just finished this chart. It's the data from reported pregnancies per 100 women per year. Very clear that using the pill statistically works the best. Anyways, Knitpicks has been sending me yarn for this project, and I'm excited to get more because I ran out last month. Also, Spring's Fantasy also sent me this little gadget, and I've been using it every day. It's a yarn spinner, which doesn't seem like much, but it's genuinely making crocheting so much easier and smoother for this project. Normally I'm tugging at a ball that's rolling on the floor, so this is a lot better. Anyways, I got a bit of this paragraph done this week. I didn't feel like I got much done, but it was a busy week for me. This is what the back looks like. I've had a lot of people ask, and no, I will not be weaving in the ends. That train has left the station 8 months ago, and there's no turning back now. As for yarn, I've used 35 balls of white and 13 balls of red. I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet word for word, and this is the part 9 update. I cannot believe it's been 9 months of working on this project. To be totally honest, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to this month. It's been a very busy summer for me, so I'm hoping things calm down during the fall, so I'm able to dedicate more time. I have 3 panels finished so far, the first one, the second one, and I just finished the third. The third panel is about the chances of getting pregnant using different birth control methods. I have not gotten to any of the side effects yet. So far, it's all been about what the medication does and the effectiveness. I started the 4th panel this week, and it's about when it shouldn't be used. The yarn count is 41 balls of white and 16 balls of red. I'll see you in September for the next update. I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet word for word, and this is the part 10 update. Even though it's the 9th month of the year, this is the 10th update because I'm tracking it based on my menstrual cycle and working on it during my period. I've been working on the 4th panel, which has bullet points. That's interesting enough to me that I've been able to lock in and just kind of start that. It literally says, do not use Evra if you have or have had any of the following conditions. And then it lists all the conditions. I want to point out that I still haven't gotten to any side effects listed yet. Anyways, I've actually been working on this for so long that they've changed the birth control information sheet they give out with my birth control. It's literally the exact same words, but the layout is different. I crossed off all the words with pink markers so you could see what I've done so far. It's actually a decent amount of progress, and here's the yarn I've used so far. In total, I've used 61 balls, which is actually a lot. It's weird to think about. Hi, my name is Alexandria Massey, and this is the 11th update of crocheting my birth control information sheet word for word. I'm about 1/6 of my way through this project. Doing something this large scale is all about balance, so I make sure I take long breaks and I don't get burnt out, so I'm happy to work on it the next month. We're on the 11th update, even though it's the 10th month of the year, because I am doing an update every time I have a period, and right now it's the 11th period I've had this year, so that's fun. And I've pointed out in the past, I haven't gotten to the side effects yet. Everyone kind of just looks at the text and they think, oh my gosh, this is all side effects. It's not. With every medication you pick up, it comes with a giant information sheet, and the majority of that information sheet is just information. That's not me saying, oh, we haven't gotten to the big part yet. That's not actually the big part of the birth control information sheet, even though there are like potential side effects, and we should be researching into birth control with less side effects. My point of this project isn't to fearmonger and make people fear birth control. My whole point of this is to kind of bring light to the amazing medication that birth control is and how important birth control is to women and the feminist movement. And at the end of the day, I just want to start a conversation on reproductive health care because that is really important, and that is something that is being overshadowed in the world a lot, and a lot of government administrations are not taking it seriously. A lot of people have asked if I'm weaving in my ends. No, I will not. This is what the backside looks like. Anyways, thank you for sticking along, and I will see you in the next update. I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet word for word, and this is the part 12 update. We just hit a huge milestone. 10 months into the project, we hit 17 million views across the platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, which is just nuts to think about. I am so lucky. So many people have tuned in to support me through this process. I'm finishing up the 4th panel at the moment. It's just a very long section, so it's taken me quite a bit of time to work my way through it. I do all the planning on paper. I haven't mapped any of it out other than the title. My pile is getting quite big, so I had to figure out how I wanted to store them. I had to go to 3 stores to find a bin large enough. I didn't want to fold them in half, so I needed a bin that was like 4 feet long. It's kind of ugly, but for now it just sits in my studio. So far I have used 70 balls of yarn, 50 balls of white, and 20 balls of red. I will see you guys in the next update. I'm crocheting my birth control information sheet word for word, and this is the part 13 update. This will be the last update of the year. In January 2025, I started this daunting project. During my period week, I work on this tapestry and post an update. I want to reflect on how much I've done this year, but first, housekeeping. I decided to put some cedar pouches in the bin where I store the tapestry, just in case. I finished up the 4th panel this week, which was nice. There was a lot of medical words that I don't know how to spell, so that's always harder. I crossed off what I finished this year in pink. As you can see, it's a decent chunk done. I still have a few years left of this project, but I'm proud of my progress. I write everything down in my notebook and cross it off as I go. I'm not tired of working on this yet, and having words change every 6 rows is engaging enough for me to want to work on it. Big thank you to the Knit Picks team who have graciously been gifting me all of the yarn for this project. This project wouldn't be possible without all of their generosity. As you know, nice wool yarn is expensive, and I'm so grateful for their support. As for the yarn count, I have used 55 balls of white and 22 balls of red, and if my math is correct, the tapestry is already 17 pounds. Wow. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned into this project this year and for sharing your love and support. Starting a positive conversation about reproductive rights is difficult right now, so I just wanted to say thank you for being the change that you want to see.